What's up, team and family, man? Welcome back to a new season of Just Coolin' Podcast. My name is Country Red.
DJ Quinn.
And I'm DawsonSJewellS.
We have a special guest and an alumni. Go ahead and tell everybody who you are and give us a little bit of background of who you are and what you got going on.
All right, well, I just want to thank you for inviting me to the show once again. Yo, this is SOULRAC representing Orlando, Florida. Much love to everybody that went through the Hurricane Ian. I hope everybody's good. I hope their family don't get help in due time. Just keep staying faithful.
Blessings, man. I wanted to ask you real quick. You mentioned the hurricane. I know y'all both are in Florida, man. So how are you guys both doing? You know, as far as family and just the whole situation, the whole setup.
Ladies first.
Oh, of course. So we are in South Florida, so Palm Beach County. So we just got a lot of storm surge, wind. But other than that, you know, we good. You know, everybody was buying up all the water. You know, everybody was buying up all the bread. So it was kind of crazy, but you know. And then they're gonna try to return the water, which is stupid. But you know, everybody's good here in South Florida, and I hope everybody's good in Central Florida. Everybody's good in Fort Myers. But we're good this way, thank God.
Absolutely. And on my end, I was good, you know, but you know, there were some people because I live closer to Tampa now, but yeah, they got kind of hit pretty hard. Some parts of Lakeland, other places, and then Sanibel Island, they bridge was tore down, so some mainland. So some people fared pretty good, and then there was others who did not, and for them and pray for you know, everything return back to normal. For some people will continue to struggle, you know, we just pray that they get the help they need.
Absolutely, already, brother. I'm glad to hear that.
No doubt.
So what have you been up to since the last time you've been on the show, brother, man? Just kind of break down your trials and journeys, man. What you've been up to as far as new music, albums, just, you know, kind of give us a rundown on that.
No doubt, I'll be glad to do that. Basically, I just been working in the studio album that's getting ready to drop soon, called Back to the Basics, which basically is just a reminder of hip hop, and just kind of remind the new generation as well as some of the old music we was putting out during that time. Of course, it's an infusion of the old and the new, but the back to the basics. So we bring back some of the elements of hip hop, scratching, MCing, that kind of came from that era with the boom bap sound. So that's primarily what we did. But that's one of my projects. Plus, I've been working with some producer, whether the producer that's producing this from Canada, but also I got beats from another producer in Canada, some producer project in the UK. So I got about 3 or 4 that I'm working on. But my primary project is Back to the Basics.
Oh wow, that's dope. You got some UK artist producers, man. That's hard, man. That's real hard.
You gotta spread yourself wherever the opportunity comes. You know, you gotta maximize
whatever you're doing, keep it pushing, man. It's working for you. You know what I mean? It's working for you, man. That y'all mesh together. I feel like the chemistry is good, man. Like your voice and your tone over the beats that you're rapping over, it's like it merges very well. You know
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Yeah, we thank you for coming back too, man. We appreciate it. You definitely lead the line, you know what I'm saying? What's been going? How you been, man? Since the last time you been on the show?
I've been good. I mean, you know, thanks to platforms like yours, and you know, I've been on. It gave me an opportunity to make some serious connections. Not only that, now the song that I have now, Cassette Tape, on the Urban College Radio is number 7 out of, and we're hoping to get to number 1. You know, so things just been happening. But you know, you can never thank the people who create podcasts like what you're doing. That's creative, because it's hard to break out when you have a field that's so large right now, and they want to make the most of it.
Yeah, that's why we do this, man. Like, you know, just we all in the same boat, man. We all in the same lane. We're just trying to, you know, if we blow up, you blow up, man. We're gonna take everybody with us, man. You know, so that's why we do it, for, you know, for the love of the hip hop and the culture. You know, so that's why we do it.
You mentioned bringing the new school and old school and mixing that together. How do you feel about, well, do you think you could, or how do you feel about conforming to like what's trending now? The music that's trending now.
You mean the artist that's out now?
Yes, just the sound that's out now, the music that's playing now. How do you feel about the rap today?
I don't really, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a fan of it, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I won't say all of it because there's some artists that came out. There are new artists that have substance.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would like to see more of with some of the newer artists, I like to see a little bit to be different. That's why I like to see more originality.
Right.
I mean, there have been some of the style that there others follow, but I would like to see more originality. I like to see artists trying to rap. I think hip hop can talk about more than being in the club, getting drunk, getting high, different women, and all these kind of different things that happen. I'm not saying that's the entire message, but I feel like he talk about things that are not the norm. You know, the street life is not the only thing people live in. They're well that buy the music and support the music. So I think we need to speak to all of that.
Hey man, say that, man.
How many songs is on the album?
7 songs. You want me to break them down? I can, but we definitely got 7 bangers.
Yeah, break
well, we
them
got
down.
7 songs. One of the songs you heard already, which is Cassette Tape, which featured earlier Hakim Green from Channel Live, who are known for the song Matters. A lot more hot music that's out now.
Wow, okay.
He's on there. My man, as produced by Wu-Tang affiliate and Moon Cricket's producer, DJ Merciless. The sound is going to be consistent throughout the album because he produced it. But that's song number 1. Number Basic, which is based on the actual album name, but it's also a single. It's a song I would just talk about going back to the basics, talk about what hip hop was and what it can be, a legacy of the culture. Number 3 is Culture Vulture, a song about where people are taking the music and abusing the music. And what I mean about that, if you know any music was stolen with jazz and how they stole our music with R&B and music, but we never got the credit, nor did we get the wealth that came from the music.
Right.
And we're starting to catch in. Even in hip hop, we're seeing it now with record labels. And so that's one type of culture. We have the Iggy Azaleas who do the black music but don't respect the black people. I don't have a love for the culture as much as they love the opportunity and love being in the spotlight. So that happened, that challenges hip hop itself, and it challenged radio show things that promote the music because they want to get that opportunity to be seen as doing you bring that real. And so it's saying, hey, let's give an opportunity to the real who are just selling records, because just because you sell records don't mean you're making dope music. So that's just number 4 is Hip Hop Queens. It's a song that honors women who contribute to hip hop, because a lot of times women don't get their due. And so I made it my song called Hip Hop Queen. Number 5 is Entanglement, and that song is about I was in love with another man. Everybody know the story, so it's a story. It's a narrative written, went through a cycle of love, and I'll let you guys hear it, and then you be the judge on that one. Then number 6 is Counterfeit. Basically, just talk about how so many people image in the booth and on the stage, but that's not who they really are. They're not really living their gangster life. So that one, and I had Lord Fury. And then the last one, number 7, To America, and that's a song I have with Craig G. And basically, and I want to put it out, Journey, and we talk about how America contradicts who they really are. We project that we're a country that want to help everybody, but then we have a problem with talking about how have a problem with giving black people reparations. We have a problem with so many different things in America, because when Asian Americans were attacked, they was quick to pass a bill, but we've been waiting for reparations.
I remember that.
And we can, if they want us to wait on that, they can wait on our vote. So that's basically what talking Welcome to America is about.
Okay.
Man, yeah, you should do a video for that one. I think that'd be dope, man. So since you're breaking down your albums, man, we do have a small snippet of your single. So if you want to go ahead and introduce that now, and then we can play it, and then we'll give feedback and just vibe after that.
All right, no problem. Well, the single you get ready to hear again, that was the first one I mentioned, is with Boogie Down Productions Channel Live. My man S from Canada, produced by the DJ extraordinaire, Cassette Tape.
All right.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
There you go. Well, premiere on Just Coolin' Podcast. Exclusive. You don't get this nowhere else. Peace.
SOULRAC!
Here we go.
Wheels spun the pen clockwise till the tape got realigned. My recordings could not die. I remember grabbing my tape before I leave the door. Put it in my boombox and let my speakers blow. From the streets of the ghetto, some leak from the metal. I smoke mad-ism to reach another level. DJs with break beat, mixtapes with straight heat. No tapes with mumble rap, but rappers with fake beat. Manatronicus, that's the sonic on my Walkman, wow. I put on my headset and get lost in the sound. College radio play the music that would get to the youth. There's the magical red alert before the mission was through. Our booming sisters were so loud it seems trunks would break. We would ride in the hood and girls' props would shake. Much respect to the DJs who can move the crowd, who preserve the culture, don't abuse the sound. But if my tape pop, yeah, it's back to the shop. They get another one before I'm back on the block.
This is for all the DJs who help raise the culture early.
Oh yeah,
Man.
What's up?
That was hot. That was hot right there, man.
Yeah,
that was hot.
Yeah, we honoring the cassette tape, mixtapes, and the DJs on that one.
Yeah, I like the snares and that tempo on that, man. Like you said, boom bap. It has that 90s flavor to it, man. So I can definitely appreciate that, brother. Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be more. Wait till you hear the whole album.
I can't wait. Just how you broke that list down, I was already visualizing like how the beats are gonna sound, the melodies, the hooks, the voice tones, and all that. The wordplay. I already know it's gonna be something classic. You know what I mean? So I can't wait.
I'll send it to you once it's ready. I'll send it to you guys so you can have it in people.
Cool. So let me ask you this. So why is it important to change the impression of people? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
You was asking about the art, changing the impression of people with the art?
Yeah.
I think whenever you enter music, you have influence. And I think, and you can decide how to influence. Personally, I think the best way that I can influence somebody is to give them the real. That's why I write my songs from true experiences. I write them to a point because I feel like there's a missing. I feel like we're not making that impact we should. Subject matters that should be talked about. For example, I don't think it's wrong for a man to say that he cares about a woman. I don't think that's taboo to say that. I think there should be more music. There should be songs where men admit where they have challenges in life and things of that nature. So approach with some of the things that I'll be doing future wise. But as I wanted to kind of highlight societal issues, but also talk about the benefit of if I use my influence and I impact people the way I should, not only will they continue to open up their mind for more artwork, art similar to mine.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's dope. Go ahead, sis.
Have you ever been questioned or been asked about your image, if you could change it or if you could do more chants or like you said, like the music that's going on now? Have you ever been asked to change it or to tweak it a little bit to make it sound more like a nursery rhyme or make it sound like a
I think anytime when I would say everybody feel like they have a certain formula that works. But with that, even with luckily I had producers that didn't really try to push trying to trust my ingenuity. They trust
good.
my ability to create and much challenge. But there have been times I had, well, one producer, he tried to say that I want to do trap. I was like, that's not what you know who you what I think we know your brand.
Right.
Yeah.
And you stick with your long run than you do making a quick victory. There was a statement I made, and I wish I can remember, but I was just trying to encourage artists. I say, when you become a brand, it's better for you because people will go on a journey with you versus trying to succeed with what's happening right now, success. But once the style changes, the vibe is no longer there. What are you going to do then? Better to create your own vibe and ride on that journey and get those who like your music. So because you're just being you, you're not being something that's not real or something fictitious.
Message.
That is a message. Spot on,
Yeah.
right, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into our first segment. You're familiar with this. We're gonna change it up a little bit. So name your top 5 rap anthems that impacted your life. Rap anthems that impacted your life.
Players Ball from Outkast.
Okay.
But Players Ball. Cream, Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paid in Full by Hakim.
Rakim. Ooh.
Let me see. Oh man. Children's Story by Slick Rick.
Okay, that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
That song by Shine.
Bad Boy.
Bevel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's dope. That's a dope little list, man. I wanted to change it up a little bit, man. But yeah, those are dope, man. I thought you was gonna throw in. What's your honorable mention then? Give us one coming off the bench.
6 Man.
Biggie, Tupac. I forgot Tupac. I can't believe it. The one would be, I like the vulnerability he had in that song, and I felt like being as big as he was, you don't hear too many vulnerable as he was in his music, especially on Dear Mama. You see that vulnerability.
Yeah.
But he was my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that was a heck of a list, man. So how would you tell a younger rapper how to navigate in today's climate of violence and killings? How would you tell them kind of like to avoid that?
I think you just got to watch the content. I think that, back in the days, we used to have Big Mom in the house, and they will provide wisdom that we would grow from, and that will prevent us from doing certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Who did dabble in the street life at one time? One of my friends, he was one of the biggest drug dealers in Orlando. I never rode with him at that time because I wanted to do something different. Mm-hmm. I actually wanted life, but I learned that wasn't the way to go. And when I became a father, that was more of an incentive for a man who hasn't gotten to that point in his life. Just remember, you have to weigh the options. Is it worth flipping the pack or selling the ounce or a pound or a key or whatever you're doing? And because black men, they serve 10 times as much jail time as the white man does. And so the market.
Wait, hold on, man. What are we talking about? We talking about serving weed, pounds, crack?
No, we ain't talking about it. We're talking about how would advise a young man to avoid.
My bad, man. I was hold on, I'm in to interrupt, man. All right.
You good? You good?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You got it.
All right, no problem. But yeah,
I got you.
Because life is full of choices, and you got to live with the consequences of your choices. Mm-hmm. Just make good choices. Like I said, I most of my friends I grew up with, they've been locked up. My father been, and so he didn't have a chance to see me growing up. So you have to weigh your options. And the good thing about it, the good I grabbed from that situation from him, is that it motivated me not to win, even though I dabbled a little bit. But I chose to pull out of it because the fact is, I want to spend the rest of my life there because that's not a life being behind bars, somebody telling you what to do. So it's not that dollar sign may look good, but at the end of the day, is it worth your life? Your life is priceless.
Man, already. with that being said, we are going to play a commercial. We got to pay some bills, pay some real estate, pay some car payments, all that good stuff.
Pay them.
There we go.
SOULRAC in the building.
Oh yeah, you know how we do. From the rooter to the tutor. Just like the man used to say, Muhammad Ali.
All right, we about to jump in on this commercial, folks. All right.
All right.
We back, man. Shout out to the Hub family for embracing us, and also make sure you guys like and subscribe. Please. Let's run them numbers up. Don't turn the Key Sweat on us, man. Don't turn the Key Sweat, man. We ain't trying to beg too much, but you know, spread love, y'all.
It worked for Key Sweat though.
It did, man.
Hey. Right.
Go outside in the rain.
You know that baby making music.
It is
big.
Key Sweat, Jodeci, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You already know.
Hey,
that's back in the day.
Conversation gonna go sideways. We better leave that alone.
Key Sweat still look the same.
Yeah, he do, man. He ain't aged a bit.
He drinking that Hennessy. He said him and that Hennessy got a relationship, so that's why he ain't.
Hey, SOULRAC, who would you want to see in the verses?
Ooh, man, I would love to see Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, even though it ain't gonna never happen. I like to see more Southern artists doing some verses. Like I would like to Big Boy go against somebody, maybe Ludacris. That might be a double. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? I don't think so. Ludacris?
I mean, the sound of the songs will mesh together. I think it makes sense. But
Ludacris does have some bars. I did used to listen to him before a basketball game, but I just think that I don't know.
Just about. I mean,
you gotta see Ludacris and Nelly.
So you know you can't put UGK.
That would be dope too.
UGK and maybe UGK and Outkast.
Yeah, but UGK already went.
Oh.
He did.
Lum B did it by himself pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, you never know.
It'd be nice.
I want to see
more Southern. I'm saying. I mean, I'm East Southern artists, a little more West Coast. You know, give it a little more balance. But you know, overall, I've been loving it. It was the one with KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane because they brought the old out.
Oh yeah, they did. That was a good one.
You know.
Hey, hold on. I would want to check this out. I would want to see Scarface and Redman.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Hey, Scarface got some. He got some heat.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but musically.
I'm just saying, just the East West. I mean, East South.
They'd be kind of off to me as far as the music they would.
Both of them got hits, man.
If you said like Scarface and Ice Cube, yeah, but like.
Nah, why not Scarface and Redman? You don't think that'll be?
What about Do or Die?
Listen, I'm not talking about the lyrics part. I'm talking about the music. Like, what song? What would be that playlist to go back and forth?
Who?
To me,
Scarface. You can go.
I don't know. I would love to see it, but you
can go Mary Jane.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
And then Redman could come with Pick It Up.
Okay, you might be on to something. I ain't gonna knock it. Man. That's a stretch though, but I ain't gonna knock that one, man. That'd be dope. Just in its entirety, just to even see them both.
Redman got some albums though.
Nah, man. I mean, shoot, they both do.
You got a catalog.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I might be surprised if I see that, man. But that'd be dope, man. That'd be dope for the culture, though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front on that one. So, can you explain the song "Angel Tears"?
Oh yeah,
kind of reminds me of like a part 2 to like Brenda Has a Baby, but you put more into it, like substance behind it, though. Is that accurate to say or fair to say?
I mean, you inspired all of us to write songs that kind of deal with issues of that nature.
Okay.
But yeah, so I would say it wasn't a direct inspiration for that particular song, because the type of song it was. You know, Brenda had a baby. But Angel Tears idea of a lady that grew up in a broken home. And because she was, you know, abused as a child, she left one abuser and went to another, her male counterpart. But she used her body to give her the opportunity. But she used her body to work in the strip club, and she was living that high life by strip that, you know, some people go to. But the thing was, she never learned to invest in her outer beauty versus her inner beauty. And so that's why when the hook goes, it's like relabeled. She was looking for someone to save her. So she was looking for someone to rescue her from, but unfortunately, she never had that opportunity because she died from a drug overdose at the end of the song. The song is to awaken people that everybody has purpose and everybody should be respected. And Angel Tears is like an angel crying because of what. So that's basically what that's about.
That's dope, man. That's real dope. I just wanted to hit you with that, man, because I was just like, man, it's like a more of a more up-to-date version of it, I guess. But because you hit so many different topics on that song, that's why I kind of connected it with Brenda Got a Baby as far as Tupac.
Well, you guys like the only ones that really heard it. Only like close friends heard it because I haven't released it, but I want to give you something exclusive. So that way you have something.
Do you plan on releasing that at some point, or you just keep it in the vault?
I want to. You know, I would love to do the project that I'm working on, and it has a combination of jazz and hip hop, kind of like what Guru did. I have songs that are going to be similar to that because I want to kind of go back to storytelling and art and the culture right now. So on that album, we'll do a lot of storytelling, but I have songs similar to be a bonus track on that particular album once it's completed, of course.
Have you ever thought about doing teaching a course, man? You sound like you should be teaching a course.
Right.
Come on, professor.
For real though, have you ever thought about teaching the course?
I would love to do that. In fact, one of the things I wanted to do was I have a brand that I call, basically what it was where you would have workshops and do I'm still working on the nuts and bolts of it, but it will include things, providing opportunities for artists who are trying to get put on and give them connections that they can make and go further. So yeah, that is something I would like to do. Just don't have the time yet because my focus is law and really getting my music out there enough where people can give me a platform, a bigger platform, you know, where I can do festivals and give me the finances that I need. So I'm working towards it, but every day struggle, you know what I mean? But you can get there eventually. Get there soon.
So should we move on to the Who You Got segment?
All
right.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm struggling with this one on Who You Got segment. I was leaning towards either East Coast or down South, but we kind of been talking about like verses with down South. So I'm gonna hit you with the 8Ball and MJG or UGK. Who you got?
JG.
Tell us why.
Because I feel like in Florida, you know, people don't consider us the South, but we are. But I had a bigger connection with 8Ball and MJG because when I was growing up, and my friend bought 8Ball and MJG in their cars because they had that bass in there. It had that it had that sound that we used to hear, you know, coming from Miami, that bass sound. And UGK have that, but it was just like I just gravitated more to MJ. I can't even talk right now. Well, 8Ball.
It's all good, fam. It's all good.
Good things, good things.
So my whole thing with them was that it was just I felt like they was more as far as what I dealt with in the South. So I feel like that's the ones I would roll with.
So they was more relatable to what you had going on in your life experiences and stuff. I could dig that, man. I miss
It's like a day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
Our Ships and Rockets too was hard. This was all classic albums they dropped, man.
Hey.
Put out actual more music, man. You know, but
Oh, they got some fire. That stuff they did with Puffy was hard.
yeah, but they got they have a live instrumentation album, but I think a lot of people slept on. They went back and redid some of their songs, but it's like all live music. So
I gotta get that.
Yeah, you probably could, look it up on YouTube or Spotify, but it's pretty hard, man. For those that don't know about that, you gotta check that out.
Who is someone you really, really want to work with?
I wouldn't mind working with MJG. You know, I mean, I think he can flow, man. He got some lyrics, man. You just don't know it because a lot of times because they don't expect it. But I heard him rhyming one day. I was like, I say this guy got that.
He be snapping.
Yeah, he be dope.
He be snapping, man. I'm telling the dude is dope, man. Because I feel like he's diverse enough to do music that I do. I think we can have an round where we can meet.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I would love to work with him, man. That would be him and Andre 3000, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre's cold.
So
Slick Rick is one of the underrated.
So who's making the beat if you get all them artists on the track? So pick a producer who's making that. So pick a producer that's gonna produce that track. If all y'all on that.
The one
he said
I got now. I mean.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the one
Shout
I got now. Wait till you hear that album, man. You'll be like, yo, let's get.
I believe you, fam. Trust me, I'm trying to get him to give shout outs, man. We gotta plug him in, man. Plug him in.
Let's go.
Shout him out, brother.
Yeah, he coming on the show.
Oh, is it ES DJ Merciless? Okay,
that's my
cool.
producer. He coming on the show.
Okay.
That's gonna be hot.
Oh man, I'm gonna ask him a whole bunch of producer questions. We about to sit there, we just talking about snares and patterns and all type of crazy stuff on the beats. All right, so we're gonna change topics, man, real quick. So I mean, how do you feel about the inflation here in America, man? Like, what are your thoughts on that? You think prices will ever go back down? Do you think it's just a game that they're playing with us? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a game because. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Because you think about it, when they have inflation, what happens? You see rent goes up except the American workers pay. You know what I'm saying? So, but then they find it's going up. But then you can do things to regulate the market. Then you wonder, I'm not going to conspiracy theory, so don't put me in that category. But I just think that if you can bring it comes up and then you can bring it down so easily. Why did it go up in the first place? It kind of make me wonder about the motive behind it because everything. I mean, if you do one thing, the Republicans try to capitalize off it. Like, why would you be jobs? So you can try to point to the fact that you're the rescuer, and when they get in there, people still gonna lose their jobs under Trump too. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter who's in the office, anything that can happen, control than what they're putting on. And they have more influence than what they're saying. So, yeah, I think I can go deeper with that, but we'll leave it at that for now.
Who are some artists that's less locally that's coming out that you've been rocking with?
I haven't really worked with too many artists.
That's in your, okay.
But I do have artists that I'm working with in other states. I got an artist that I'm looking Black Medine. I have artists that I'm working with. Well, he's in Boston. I got other guys who I work with. One of them, Chemistry. He and I got two songs together. Already heard about on the album. But
shout out to Chemistry.
Oh yeah, word up. Shout out to my man over there. And looking to work with other artists, whether they're locally or national or globally, because they're being challenged, and I like working with people that have different styles and different ideas as far as music. So
How is the rap scene in your hood?
Huh?
How is the rap scene in your hood?
Really be out too much, so I can't speak too much to that.
I mean, you know, they don't be having.
Yeah.
Well, not what I was. You know, do they be having like
Yeah.
little rap battles or concerts? And...
Yeah, they got that going on. I mean, there are people who doing it, and there's a guy that I see on all the teams. He's bringing artists down, like from the old school. Like he brought Jizza down, he brought Rock Kim down. I don't really know much about his shows because I've never been there, but I just see some of the advertising on iTunes. The way he's doing, I've just been so focused on international as far as making the international and giving much weight to what's happening here. But I love what they're doing and I respect what they're doing. I just with it. But if a door opens up, I'll definitely go in and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah, I feel that.
Dope. All right, we're gonna take one more Gangsta Lean ride to this next commercial. All right. We're gonna be back in a little bit.
SOULRAC in the building.
Right on, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's run them numbers up.
Please.
Shout out to the Hub family. I can't leave the show without asking you about the passing of the late great legend Coolio, man. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what are some of your fond memories as far as listening to some of his music? If you did listen to his music.
Well, I mean, the thing I say about Coolio is that he was one of those artists that showed us that we can or have a song for a movie that can blow up a movie or vice versa. The cover, but I think Coolio has really made an imprint on the culture. More way he brought attention to the West Coast scene. Outside of just NWA, he made the 80s, like when he did that song with Fantastic Boys. So he brought he gave. I know people who give Biggie credit for what he did with when he came out with his album, but there was other that as well that blew up some songs. But more importantly, I just think that Coolio felt he was himself when he did his music, and from what I heard from other people, I see that really. I never had the opportunity to get to know him personally, but sometimes you just got to judge people on basis given. So I say it was a big loss to the culture that we lost Coolio, but more importantly, he made you can do in this life.
Yes, rest in paradise, Coolio.
Hey man, I think
Gangsta
Paradise is like the most played. You know what I'm saying? Like that song right there was just.
That's like karaoke all day, man. Like that's karaoke. Like that song is forever embedded in hip hop, man, and just globally. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, and he had some other cuts too, man. But like
that was
I like
a major
B-side
impact
stuff too, man. But of course, that was probably his biggest hit, man. But he put out a lot of classics.
He did.
Too Hot to Handle, was that Coolio?
Say it again.
Too hot to handle. That wasn't cool. That wasn't Coolio.
Oh,
I don't remember. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, we can't look at it right now.
I remember the song.
I remember that, but I don't know. Coolio was that deal, though. Coolio was that deal. I said Coolio was that deal, man.
Yeah, he was.
He was that deal, man. So I'm coming up. I'm experimenting with you guys. This is a new segment called Random. So I'm going to ask you the Mac. Yeah, listen, I got you. So the Mac or Superfly?
Who?
The Mac
or the Superfly?
Superfly.
Okay, tell us why.
He's just a cool, I don't know if I can curse, so I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, you good, fam. You good.
Huh? Okay, he's a cool motherfucker. That's basically what it is, Style, he had the hairdo, which was popular in the 70s. He just felt like he, I like black exploitation films anyway, so I just feel like he represented, man. So all day.
Hey, the Mac was hard though.
Now that's and that
He was.
soundtrack, Curtis Mayfield, man.
Can't go wrong with that.
You can't
can't go wrong with that.
Curtis Mayfield, he put his ankle on that one, man.
Yeah,
he did.
Both of them is hard, man. Both of them is just that's a hard one to kind of, because both of them.
I'll still go with the Superfly though. I mean the Mac. I mean the Superfly.
Look, he don't know. He said Superfly Max.
I'm just stuck on Curtis Mayfield. But that Mac had Willie Hutch on it though.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Both of them is.
No,
can't go wrong.
Can't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second one. If you were president, what would you change?
Oh man.
You say you just started something now. You're like, uh-oh.
No, I was thinking, deal with climate change. But I think we need to eradicate brown folks. That would be my first effort as president. And help right the wrongs.
Okay.
That'd be my first effort. That'd be my first agenda item, rather. So.
Would you paint the White House black? That's the question.
Absolutely.
That's all I wanted to know.
Oh,
I'm
should have did. I'll make up for what he didn't do.
Right.
Now
ask me. I change everything.
Oh, Chico would love this one.
Right.
My brother Chico. Already, man.
On the chat, Chico checking in.
Yeah, man. Okay. Last
he said,
question.
Yeah, I would though.
Last question. What legacy would you like to leave behind?
I think a legacy for me would be Coolio did. But more importantly, just make music that will outlast me. That can did. Biggie. I think that's the biggest music lives on, and it lives on through new generations. When new generations come into this world, they rediscover the purpose of your music. I think that's the greatest compliment to any artist, showing you, and that it can continue to be rediscovered with each generation.
Man, anybody else have any last questions?
My last question that I ask everybody: what is your why? When you feel like you can't go on, when you feel like you tired, when you feel like you just I just want to give up, what is your why that keeps you pushing, to keep you to keep going? I
think what pushes me more than anything is that as almost like a ministry or a mission, and I feel like it can heal people brokenness and different things like that. You'll hear that more on other projects, but on the why is for Back to the Basics is more or less just focusing on what hip hop is and reminding what we can be if we really support it and preserve the culture. That's my why.
Man, spot on, man. So how can everybody reach you? What's your social media? How can everybody get to your music, apparel, your website? Go ahead and give the mathematics on that, brother. No problem. Well, first of all, I want to thank you again for bringing the Hub, for providing this platform and empowering you're doing.
Hey man, you already been on here, so you more than welcome to come on all day, every day.
Hell yeah, man.
So, I definitely want to give you a big ups on that, and I think you guys are doing great things. As far as SOULRAC, I'm easy to find. You just put an @SOULRAC Music, top, wherever, or you can always go to my website, which is www.soulrac.com. And then you can just go ahead and subscribe to me on all the channels. You can follow me elsewhere and just look for that new music to drop soon. Back to the Basics, Volume 1. Do you have a date for the album that's dropping?
That's what I was gonna ask. When you dropping it? When you dropping it?
We looking to drop it either the latter part of October or the early part of November. But I just don't have an actual date. But it's
a video.
when it comes.
What about a video? You shooting any videos for the album?
Yeah, I want to do about 3. We still deciding on what we're gonna drop as singles, but I definitely want to do one for Back to the Basics. I'm the one that's out now, and a couple of more. You know, depending on budget, because you know how everything all about the money. You know what I'm saying? Dollar bill, y'all. So
yeah,
we can do, get it done.
I just thought about something real quick, man. If we could find a way to do like some type of listening party on the show with your album, or just even other artists.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
do
figure that
that.
out,
Let's
bro.
do
I'm gonna
that.
figure that out.
We could do that. Let's
We
do a
gotta
listening
figure it out.
party.
Do that. I would love to do
Matter
that.
of fact, yeah, let's do that. Wait, when you say you're gonna drop, let's do it when you get ready to, like a week before you drop it.
Well,
Let's do
my
a
only
listening
thing with
party.
that is I gotta figure out how to still
We could just
navigate
do
this program.
we could just do it one of the days, and then you can just put it out on the special day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll figure it
just
out,
do
man.
it
We
that
got
way.
time, but we definitely want to support you, brother, and get you out there and continue to push the culture and push your music, man. So we're gonna find a way how to do that with the audio and all that stuff and the visual. So just give us some time on that. But that's definitely, I just thought about that, like, man, that'd be dope.
We will.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll do it. We should.
All right.
That'd be real dope.
See you. That way you guys can peep it and give me your feedback. But yeah,
yeah. Matter of fact,
yeah.
And you ain't don't play them all. Just play, a good 4 or 5. Don't give it to them all. Don't give it all to them.
Tease them a little bit.
Yeah, just tease them.
Yeah, we'll give them a good taste.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, family, let's just end it with a closing quote here, okay?
Okay.
Here go like this. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it, by Lena Horne. Lena Horne. Yeah, I put that one out nowhere, didn't I?
She said, Lena.
I like it though, I just felt like that would just be perfect for what we vibing on, so when we go through that every day, whether we realize it or not. So sometimes you can't let that load break you down,
Right.
Thanks.
Hey, definitely, man. Make sure, especially when we have your boy on, your producer, check back in with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
I will.
We might be able to just hop him on one time, ask a question or something. You know what I'm saying? And hop off. We could
And subscribe to the Hub, all of our shows, Kickback Thursday, MilkTray, Filter Me Not, Just Cooling, Kickback with Sports, all the above. Subscribe, tune in all the time, every time.
All right, say that then, girl. Say that then.
I can't say it again, but yeah. All
right, we out of here, y'all. Salute to you, SOULRAC, man. Thank you for
SOULRAC,
man. You're always more than welcome to come back.
All right, no problem. Anytime, anything. All right.
All right, brother. Love.
Thank you.
One love.
Salute.
Salute.